for the prayer, Mario. It reminds us that everything is really connected. My name is Dr. Don Sand. I'm a dentist. I'm trained at Loma Linda and the big brother of Sonja. I have 3 sisters. All of them are smarter than me and bossier. One of them is the GC, Director of Education, Lisa Beersley. So the small niche that I've been developing with Russell Kim from Kailua Church is preventive dentistry. It could be a chapter to Ministries of Healing. As you guys know, you can't have full whole body health, mental health, spiritual health if your teeth are not healthy. So we're finding that probably 80% of people after age 50 have chronic or acute disease in their mouth, and that's going to the same organs that healthy cooking and exercise is trying to heal. So if you want, I can give you 5 minutes of everything I've learned the last 2 years going to homeless villages as we're creating curriculum. We're trying to impact them just with 5-10 minutes, give them a brand new toothbrush, and start slowing down the disease. So the big picture, why are you here? It's Sabbath. You already had potluck. You went through Sabbath school. I mean, you're still here. So I think the big picture is more what Ellen G. White was saying in some of the books, Ministries of Healing, Evangelism. She was saying the health ministry, preventive ministry, is going to be an integral part. It's going to be the right hand of the gospel and the third angel's message. So if our hospitals are not doing preventive medicine in the church, that means each one of you every day have a chance to learn a little and become a tool and become evangelism. So apply whatever you learned today to your life, your friends and family, and that you can share it. So thanks for letting us be here today.
Thank you, Don. Thank you. All right, so I was here a year ago, and I'm so glad to be back here again. I wanted to give an illustration of health and what one little change can do for you. So if you were flying from LA and you're going to Rome and it takes 12 hours, you would get there like airplanes do it every day, all the time. But if you're 1 degree away, after 12 hours, if you're 1 degree north, you're going to end up in the Bolivian Alps. It's like a tongue twister. Bavarian Alps. Thank you, Bavarian Alps. I don't know why I had Bolivia on my mind. And then if you're 1 degree south, guess where you would end up? Africa. You'd end up in Africa. So that's one change. So today my prayer and my goal today is to introduce something that you can bring home that is like 1 degree of something that you can improve your health with. So some of these are things you may be familiar with, some of them might be new, but hopefully you'll have something that'll help your health. So first I'm going to do a quick test. All right, did you know that Hawaii has just about the highest salt intake of any state? Yeah. There's something called the Salty 6. There's the 6 saltiest foods. So let's see. I've got gifts here. If you can name one of the Salty 6 foods.
Salt.
Oh wait, first, I should qualify. It's a type of food, a food. What did you say?
Meat.
Meat? Okay, can you be specific?
Pork.
Yep, Kahlua pork. Okay, choose your gift. Kahlua pork, okay? Yes.
Kimchi.
Spam kind of all goes along with that, and that is any of the canned meats. So you're right. Could you pass that back and you can choose a gift? So Kahlua pork, Spam. Okay. What else?
Kimchi.
No, surprisingly not. Yeah. Good try. What else?
Frozen foods.
Nope. Good try. But
Soy sauce.
who said that? Oh, you get 2 gifts. Wait. Okay, raise your hand the next time. Otherwise, she's gonna take it all right. Okay, these are low salt foods that you're getting. Okay, so we got soy sauce, any of the types of condiments, Kahlua pork. Oh, you're so close.
Teriyaki. This is no, that's meat too. Yeah, the
Okay.
sauce, the sauce. that
So
they
Chinese,
use.
think
Yeah,
Chinese,
yeah.
think Chinese. What
Black
do you-
beans.
It starts with a
Char
CH.
siu sauce.
Char siu. Well, that's pork too.
What?
Char siu.
Canned soup.
Canned soup is super high.
Yeah.
Any can.
Okay, if you think, what is salty that I eat that's Japanese?
Teriyaki.
Teriyaki is surprisingly not on there, even though it's high. Yeah.
Miso soup.
It's so close. It's something the Japanese eat, and they have the highest stomach cancer because too much salt.
Shoyu.
No, she said that, soy sauce.
So it has a skinny tiny noodle, which you probably
Simon.
Simon.
Really? Wow.
Simon is super high salt. And then the last one is surprising because it has a lot of vegetables in it, but it also has noodles. What do you think that would be? Chinese?
Chop suey.
Chow mein. Who said that?
Chow mein. Yeah.
Okay. Chow mein. So those are the highest salty foods, but you all, good job. You all did identify a ton, and I'm just going to really briefly, why do we want to limit salt for our brain health? We're talking about brain health. It's because it increases your blood pressure. When your blood pressure is too high, it's narrowing the blood flow to your brains. They get smaller and smaller and smaller. So there are some I pulled up quickly some high salty foods, which Blanche mentioned. These have ridiculous amounts of salt. So you'll get like, with a small serving, you think, oh, this is vegetables. But you get about a quarter of all the salt you need, maximum amount you need. Things like, of course, Adventists don't eat a lot of pork and beans, but we do eat a lot of things like this. So this has more salt than you need in one whole day, one serving. So, of course, then there's the somen sauce. So just take a look at when or if you're adding additives, take a look and see how much salt is in there. So there's a number. I'm going to test and see. I will give you another prize for whoever remembers at the end of this. There's a maximum amount of salt that someone should have in one day, and it's 1,500. 1,500. And so let's just say, and that's milligrams. That's a tiny amount, 1,500 milligrams. So look at this. One serving of this has 940.
Wow.
940. So this is just Hawaiian barbecue sauce. So check your sauces. It's surprising. Even things like that are super pretty healthy, you can still have them, but just limit and read your labels. So just to make sure you heard who can remember the maximum amount?
1,500.
1,500. Okay, you got it. I'll check with you at the end. Okay. All right, good job. We're going to move to the next thing. The next thing is, okay, so decrease salt. That's what we can do. You can still eat it, but just eat smaller portions or try to avoid the super high salty foods. The next thing we're going to do is, what do we do to boost your brain health? So you've probably heard the Mediterranean diet, right? So the Mediterranean diet is super healthy because of two ingredients in fish. It's called EPA and DHA. It's something that as vegetarians we don't get. So the question is, how do vegetarians get it or vegans get it if you don't eat fish? And so you have to follow the chain. So the chain is,
How did the fish get it?
exactly, how do the fish get it? Fish get it from
Seaweed.
seaweed. So this is at Costco. You can get spirulina. It's just powdered. You can put it in. So you get your DHA, and Japanese are great with this. Sushi. There's also there's so many different kinds of seaweed. There's the ogo, there's these kinds of things that you can put. So anytime you can incorporate seaweed into your diet, here's one I really like. So you guys use any of this? Yeah, furikake. So those are good. Those are excellent. So what else do we need for brain health? We need omega-3s. So, does anybody know where you get omega-3s from?
Fish.
Omega-3s you get from fish, correct? From nuts. Very good. Okay. All right, so nuts, seeds, chia seeds. Let's see, you can get, I got this in Costco. This is called the omega-3 mix. So you'll get a chance to taste it. Excellent. So that's a good way to do it. Let's see, any kind of nuts, any kind of seeds are good. So you got some
Flaxseed.
sunflower seed. Flaxseed, so I brought flaxseed, thank you, is these have, you've probably seen them whole. So that you can get them whole, which is a great way to get them. They store indefinitely. And then you just put it in the Vitamix and whiz up how much you need in a week or two. Yeah, so quick and easy. Other couple things you need is vitamin B12 for your health. And this has more vitamins than you need in a tablespoon of vitamin B12. So Burzies, that's something you can have. Other supplements, we were talking about brain health. It's recommended that we take a multivitamin every day, men and women. Thanks, Zach, you got me one multivitamin. So then turmeric is also good, and does anybody know why? It's the exact opposite reason for it. Kind of counteracts what high blood pressure does.
Anti-inflammatory.
It's an anti-inflammatory and it opens the blood vessels. So turmeric should really be something to include regularly. The other thing that I just discovered lately is it's called algae oil, and you can get this. It is so good. So if you don't have your seaweed that day, then you can have this.
What is it, a capsule?
Yeah, there are 2 capsules that you can get a day. At the Celestial Foods store, you can get, it's called Brain On. You can get a green thing that is like this, but it's like $50 and it's gone in a week. So
What is it called?
this is called algae, omega algae, and it's all natural. Now some people say, should we take fish oil? And the fish oil does not help you. It doesn't increase your health. So there's been a lot of studies on fish oil. So the pesticides that are in the fish actually cancel out the benefits of the omega-3s and the DHA, EPA. Yep.
What about preventative?
What's permitted?
What about preventative?
Prevagen.
Prevagen.
No. No, yes.
Prevagen?
He's asking whether it's good or not.
I would say Prevagen is probably not an essential. It's pretty expensive too. And so you can get these things a lot cheaper. I don't think there's any downsides to Prevagen. And I know people that use it, but I haven't researched it enough. But yeah, I do know it's expensive. Yeah. Yes, any other questions?
Oh, no, I was just waiting.
Oh, waving the flag.
Sorry about that.
We're gonna keep moving on really quickly.
You can mention chia seeds as well.
Yes, I've got the chia seeds. Did I not mention the chia seeds? Thank you. Yes, please help me out because I'm going to try to move. Yes.
You know the nutritional yeast?
Yes.
So that's omega-3?
It's mostly the B vitamins. Yeah. It's the B.
Oh, sorry. So I was reading recently something about nutritional yeast having, what's it?
It has,
MSG or something?
No.
Some kind of glutamate?
it's not that, but something about it's an excitatory.
Excitatory.
Yes, that's it.
Cytotoxin.
I
Right.
have never read that. That would be good
I've
to.
heard different
Yeah,
people say
that,
that, but.
yeah, that'd be good to look at the source. I would be interested, so if you have any
I
information.
have a lot of nutritional.
It is
yeast.
great.
So
Yeah.
I still eat it anyway. I
Yeah.
heard about cytotoxic is similar to MSG. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry personally. I'll check into it, but I do know that some naturopaths say that be careful for nutritional yeast if you have eczema and are allergic to gluten. But I don't even know if that's research. It's just a naturopath thing that I've heard, so I don't know. But that's a good question. Any questions before we move on to the next part? Yeah.
And I say an aside, it may not be prevalent, but turmeric might be hard on your liver if you take it too much, so.
Yeah.
Someone was commenting And they do medical research, and they were saying that
Interesting, no.
Whether
I
true or
have-
not.
Yeah, I have never read that. I haven't read that there have been any negative effects, but probably the safest thing to do would be to cook with turmeric and then maybe limit it to one a day.
I drink turmeric tea every morning.
That's awesome. Turmeric tea is great. So you're getting the same benefits in a tea. So probably a lot of any good thing may not be a good thing. Okay. All right. So we moved from blood pressure, salt to sugar. I'm going to just briefly cover the sugar thing. So there's so many questions. It's like, what sugar is good? What sugar is bad? First of all, why is sugar not good for your brain health? Does anybody know? What?
Well, I think
It comes-
defining sugar, because, you know, I mean, we've got from the refined
Yeah.
to the natural, like dates,
Yes,
what you got
yes.
up there, and, you know, things that are in your natural fruits, sugars in your
Yes.
natural fruits. So I think you have to define.
Yeah, so that's good. What we're talking about is refined sugar. Anything that's like high fructose corn syrup,
Yeah.
any of the highly refined sugars.
Alters the chemicals in your brain.
Yep, that's right. It definitely affects your brain health. It impacts your sleep. It impacts your immune system. It impacts your inflammatory markers. So the less sugar you have, the better for your brain health and your body health. So I kind of put these in order. Like, okay, so you can have a sugar a little bit if you must, but a better choice would be maple syrup because you need less of it. Yes.
some of the better health authorities say even fruit sugar for older seniors is not so good.
Yeah, you gotta be careful for sure, moderation and everything. Okay, and then the next better would be this, just brown sugar. So it's a little less refined than the white sugar, so if you have to use that. And then how many people knew that brown sugar is just really this and this together? That's all it is. So if you're out, so you actually, brown sugar has some health benefits for iron. So, because it has this molasses in it. All right, so what to avoid? So, yes.
So you have maple syrup up there. How does that compare with honey?
So honey, maple syrup, agave, all of them will raise your blood sugar level just like sugar will. They all will. So you just need less of it. So that's the benefit. The beauty is if you use dates, which we have samples for, that doesn't raise your blood sugar. That's the only thing. So it's like a fruit. It's a whole fruit. But yeah, all of those, they're all refined. And there's another thing, I don't know if you've ever tasted, it's called monk fruit. And that's a good one too. So that doesn't raise your blood sugar as much. It still does, but it does not as bad. So how many of you guys used to buy these? Don, didn't we used to buy these by the case? We bought these by the case and fed them to our kids.
Yeah.
This has 9 teaspoons of sugar in it. Isn't that crazy?
How much?
9 teaspoons.
Oh.
So a woman shouldn't be having more than 6 teaspoons in a whole entire day, and a man no more than 9. So a man has already met his criteria. All right, look at this one. Check this out. Mountain Dew. Any of your kids or grandkids drink this? So this has 19.75 teaspoons of sugar in it. Almost 20. So any sodas, I'm going to just cover over, this is Coke, 9 teaspoons, about the same as the Hawaiian Sun. Here's the big surprise. Powerade. So that's that much sugar in Powerade. So already, women have, if a woman drank this, she've already exceeded her amount. That's good for her body and brain. And a man, you're just about there. So what do you do instead is water and coconut water because of the electrolytes. And we do need electrolytes for our brain health too, to retain enough water in our system. So here's the question. that I have. How many of you, I'm gonna go back to the first module, how many, raise your hand if you remember how much salt somebody should have, milligrams of salt someone should have in a day. Okay, can you, okay, good, okay. Good job, but I didn't get a raise of hands, so I don't know who did it. So there you go, thank you. Thank you, good job, everybody knew it. Okay.
How much was it?
1,500. So I'm gonna have you guys stand up and you're gonna come and give a sample. So we had a dentist, right, Don, that stayed with us. He was a closet root beer drinker, and he was a dentist, and so a Harvard dentist. And so, can you just come on over here? You guys can just, yes, maybe pour. This is called infused water. It has no sugar, no added sugar. Good job. We're ready for our cooking and we're gonna make it, I think.
So forget to say you can't have sugar, you have to have a substitute. Especially for kids, that gives a little flavor to the beer.
Oh, orange water.
So that's orange, mango.
Pineapple, watermelon.
Yeah, you can put the mango seed in it. Anything like that, any extra. I put ginger in there too.
It's good. How much ginger did you use? Fresh ginger?
I
or
just use fresh
powder?
ginger and I put it in this morning. Yeah.
How much is
Maybe a couple tablespoons. I just had leftover ginger from before, so, yeah. And you can refill this again. Okay, Zach, you ready to start helping me cook? Okay.
Oh, okay, one
All
more.
right.
You have to tell kids,
ginger in here?
you need a substitute, right?
Yes.
That just stop,
ginger.
can't stop sugar drinks, you can give up something that's a substitute.
So I just put the ginger in, you can put it in a jar of water. I just cut the ginger and put it in the water. So you guys can come over here if you want to see closer or sit there wherever you want. So the interesting thing with our taste buds is if you don't want sugar, you can trick your taste buds by using something tart and something spicy at the same time. And your body will say, wow, this feels kind of like sugar, kind of sweet. So Zach is going to grate me up some nutmeg. Do you guys ever use real nutmeg? So if you want, for this particular recipe, you use the whole nutmeg. You can use powdered, but it's fresher if you just do that. And so you grate the nutmeg. And that looks good, maybe? Yeah. And then you're gonna, this is just cut apples and then grate the, so this has no sugar in it at all. And if you have room in your stomach and want to taste it, you can just come up and take one of those. See what you think, okay? Why don't you come up and give it a try? Or Jack, you'll bring it around? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. And then grate this into
Thank you.
So then, what do you guys think?
Nutmeg and what?
Isn't that interesting?
Nutmeg and, what else was it?
Lime zest.
Lime.
So the skin of
And
the
an apple.
Yep. And an apple, that's it. Yeah.
And this kind of decreases your.
You kind of feel like you
Feel
want
like you got
something sweet. Yeah, and I always want sweet after I eat. I'm like, right? If we eat, I'm like, okay, where's the chocolate? Where's the something sweet? And this kind of thing is very satisfying. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is.
Okay, I'm gonna try that on my grandkids.
If they like it. So, and the next thing we're gonna add is, again, a spice with something tart, and it's all whole plant. So this is just Costco mango. And then we're gonna add some fresh ginger.
Your son if I could make my grandkids, no, I don't buy.
So in this mango, what's going in here is, and I've got recipes for you before. So I have to say, this morning I went to go print out the recipe and my files would not open. I'm like, it won't open. So bless Don, we just redid it and reformatted, so we can thank him for that. And then I told Zach on the way up here, I said, I think the devil is trying to not educate people. And he said, the devil is in every computer. Isn't that right? It's totally true. Okay, so mango, and then we're just we put fresh ginger and then some powdered ginger. And then I'm going to add a little bit of, is there a sweetie here? Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, perfect. Then add a little bit of date paste. So have you ever just made dates? Just hydrated dates, put dates in there and then cover it with water and then put it in the Vitamix. So this is a substitute for sugar, so I don't even use sugar anymore. I just use this.
So date sugar,
Yeah.
date paste.
Yeah, and then we'll just mix that up.
Do you refrigerate that after?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, you
yes.
How long does it last in the refrigerator?
Probably, I always use it up, so.
2
I
or
don't
3
know.
days, maybe.
2 or 3
Couple
days?
days?
Couple
2 or
days?
3 days, maybe.
Yeah, I might have kept it longer, but I don't know. Yeah, it
Kept
does,
it about a week.
about a week.
Do you ever do, like, get powdered cane sugar to
I have, yes, I have, and that's good, but then again, it is more refined. So when you hydrate the dates, you've got all the fiber and everything in it, whereas with the date sugar, they've already taken some. Just regular water. With this one, I think I put it in maybe 10 minutes. You can put it in overnight if you've got a good blender.
You might repeat the question.
Do you have to, how long do you let it sit?
No, the one before that, is powdered dates okay?
Oh, the date sugar
Date sugar.
is more refined. Yes, more refined. Just like coconut sugar is more refined, but it's still a good option. It's better than it has some benefit. All right, you guys, should we, yeah, you can taste that. Okay. You guys want to come up and give that a taste, see if you like this? Okay. All right, and while you're coming up, because I do want to get you out on time, there are little samples of, there are samples of grapes and blueberries for that sweet. And if you're craving something sweet and like sugary kind of, a really nice thing you can do is just freeze these.
Oh, yes.
Just freeze the grapes. So you can take both. Yeah, you can take both. So these are good options. They're sweet. Yeah. So we've got extra grapes you can take with you.
Where did you guys just leave?
Sour.
Thank you.
No, I like it.
Is it good?
Let me get one.
It's mango.
This is mango.
Mango.
You don't want
It's
No, man.
just
Yeah.
mangoes ginger, fresh ginger, powdered
Where'd you
ginger.
get it, right?
Mango things.
But
No, where did you get that?
as little or as much as you want. Wait.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah, how much is that? Like $5? Every time Mario comes in our house, there's a, literally, not yet.
So, how is that? Is that good? Yeah. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you is how to make, it's called cashew pear cream, and it doesn't have, it's whole plant foods again. So I took cashews, raw cashews, and just soaked it overnight in the refrigerator. So you'll have the recipe, it's a cup and a half. We'll be doing a waffle right after this.
Is that for your waffle?
It's for the waffle. It's for the waffle, or you can put it on fruit too, so you can try it. It's basically anywhere you would put Cool Whip or whipped cream. And then it's really high in nutrition. And I'm curious, who remembers what is in nuts that's really good for your brain health?
Walnut.
Omega-3s, yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay, so this is the easiest recipe ever. You take a can of pears, the whole can, and you just stick it in there, in your Vitamix. And then you take about a half a teaspoon of vanilla. Maybe I'll put a tiny bit more.
Flavor.
And then just turn it on. Let's see if it works. So plug your ears. Let's see, does it work? It works. Here we go. Super nutritious. You can get the no added sugar pears, or this is just what they had at Foodland, so it does have a little bit of sugar in it, but very little once you look at the servings, like how much per serving. It's like not bad at all. All right, so I'm just going to put this in the bowl, and we're going to reuse this. So the beauty of, don't even have to wash that. The beauty of making these waffles is it's the same ingredients. So usually when I make this waffle recipe, I'll make this first and then do my waffle recipe afterward, and it'll save the cleaning. So here's that.
Will that get firmer when you refrigerate it?
It will get a little
It
bit
will?
firmer. Yeah, it will. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, so the recipe, you know what, maybe you can have the recipes for these guys. There's two different things. There's the recipes, and then there's this. All right, well, those are getting handed out. I'll just show you the recipe that you're going to be getting. So the first thing is 2.5 cups of rolled oats. So I'll just pre-measure this. 2.5 things of rolled oats. Okay. And then a half a cup of dried coconut. This goes together really quickly. It'll be interesting, if you ever read your package of instant waffle mixes, there are things you don't want to eat in there. They're high salt, high sugar, high saturated fat. So this has only good things for you. So it's a half a cup of coconut, a teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 teaspoons.
I'll be passing this out if I need to come back.
1.5 teaspoons.
Also, the oils in the pancake mixes
Yes.
degenerate.
Yes,
And
that's
storage.
right. The oils they can get rancid and terrible. Okay, then it's a 1/3 cup of cashews. Again, you get your omega-3s and very high protein and fiber. And then a 1/3 cup of almonds. And then about a tablespoon of, you can use either flaxseed or I like this kind of egg replacer. You will get this at a health food store and they last forever. This little bag has 34 servings of egg replacement, so it's really reasonable.
Thank you.
And then there's
Jason.
4 dates.
I'll take one.
So 4 dates, so there's
You need
one.
one.
You just take the seeds out of the jewel dates, and you can get the dates at Costco. 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then I put 2 cups of water in here.
Yeah. Anybody need recipes? Okay, everybody got it.
Once we whisk it up, can you just fill these up? All right, so then it's just like with the cashew cream, we're just gonna whiz up with 2 cups of water until it's smooth. So there you got your whole batter. And then,
How are you waffles?
how many waffles does it make? Oh, we'll see. I'm not exactly sure. I usually double the recipe. So then I freeze it. So you can add additional nutrition and taste by putting sesame seeds in it. So when you do it, did you get, let's see, here we go. How many of you, happy Mother's Day. Oh my goodness, how many are mothers in here? Yeah, well, that's good. That's great. And we wouldn't be a mother without the father, so guys too. So
Oh, there you go.
I'll just put this on first and then put the batter in. And then it cooks up in 10 minutes. Keep going.
Right. You know what?
Okay.
I kind of like.
This one's 2 at a time.
You kind of do like.
Here's this one.
And how quick you
Where did you get that waffle maker?
Oh, that's a good question. They're really hard to find. Macy's.
Oh, Macy's.
Yeah.
Did you need the oven on yet?
Yeah, we can actually take the stuff out of the oven.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then it's 10 minutes timer. So it's as easy as that. And I usually double the recipe, do a 1 blender, then do another, and then they freeze. So pre-made some, so you can bring it home if you want to, or try it. I know it's right after potluck, but we can just chat and have an opportunity to, if you want to sample.
Hurry up before you come back.
Why?
We don't open it.
And then I'll just buzz, All right, so while we are coming up, what I'd like to do is have you come up if you want to grab something and give it a try. I also have this date paste you can put on that. I brought almond butter, which is really good instead of butter. Or so if you wanted to try that. Another thing that I brought for you is feel free to try any of these. You can try a little bit of cashew cream.
No, she's here, but she's
Yeah, okay. And then this, yeah, I'll use all of them. This is the almond butter, and then this is the date. So all these things, none of this will increase your glycemic value, so it's only adding nutrition. And you can try this is the cashew cream. This, if nobody's ever tried this, this is called cacao nibs. It has no sugar at all, and it's chocolatey. Dark chocolate. Cacao nibs, it's just chocolate freeze dried. I love it on these. It's actually good for us.
But, you know, seeing that it's chocolate, you're not.
You're not sure yet? That's okay. Oh, okay. No problem, no problem.
Women.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I love it. I love it.
That's my favorite. And as far as that, yeah, they
Oh, yeah. Well, you can call them that.
I hope you find something. I'm gonna ask you here.
Again? I'm going to take mine.
So there it
What was this for?
This is the cashew.
The cashew cream.
So
That's a towel, I need a towel.
you can add more fruit too if you want. Working your way around.
Thank you, Zach.
David, we got it. Hello, getting back.
Yeah, get us in that.
Glad James comes up with this.
Yeah, you can. It so it has no, it's cacao chocolate. It's cacao nibs. You might want to put like this with it too.
How are you? Think of the video game. How are you?
You ate yours already.
Where are you? You always struck me as being very sincere. in a world of, we all want to be well liked. Sincere is kind of interesting.
Anything you can do, I can do. Yeah, well, I talk about it. What can I do to, like, I get kind of fuzzy and everything. I think I can exercise.
It starts with nutrition,
Yeah.
sure.
Do you think you're sincere?
Make sure your blood pressure stays.
You strike me as being a sincere person.
What kind of person?
Sincere?
Whatever.
I see you.
I try to be, it's the only way to be.
Are you trying?
Well, what I'm saying is,
And they can boost you up. You get a doctor's order to see a therapist.
somebody asked me a question, do you want to know or do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What I was kind of my home.
Yeah.
You want to tell the truth?
Yeah.
So I,
You might want to just ask your doctor to get home
How long
health
have you
check-up and
been married?
set you up on a good program. Yeah.
thank you.
Yes. Not even here.
We're going on.
Yeah, so in Celtic
You meet her in
Yeah,
Diamond
yeah.
Head?
you can eat too much of that. So Americans here on Hawaii will eat about 3 times as much
One
salt
thing
as we
needs to
do.
be a
And
something
I see
that I find that
Sounds like a story.
high salt.
church is protected.
That's one thing we can manage. Yeah, sure. You wanna try some food on there?
Charlie Lou? You know Charlie Lou?
Is it nice?
So he really showed her
They,
how they
it's just
changed.
like when I first, you know,
You're still in love?
No, it doesn't raise cholesterol. But it can raise blood sugars if you get the coconut water with the juice in it. So I've had diabetics thinking, oh, I'm just drinking the coconut water. But look at the label, some have a lot of added sugars. So you don't want to add it. Just do the straight one.
James will be back.
Oh, I like it. I have
Mom,
But then with, I'm a kid, water isn't enough. I learned about the electrolytes. Oh, yeah.
Very basic.
You like it? So no extra salt, no extra sugars.
It will stop my tummy now.
Yeah?
So help me. To make it warm, I just put fresh banana.
Every day.
Fresh banana.
yeah, that's one way.
Sounds like a story.
I didn't know.
Dates.
It was a good, he knew his stuff.
Oh, that one is done.
Charlie was there during the weekend.
The correction.
That's the.
My dad was one that or did you? My dad? Like 1985, I think.
Maybe I just came into the church every time that he
I'm not sure if it's 83, 85. I know my dad was saying, the 90th, this guy, he's on this list. But Mario knew my dad.
Your dad
That's right.
Without what?
It comes here.
Yeah, you could probably. Just
Tony
when I was
used to
taking
be a sincere guy with a big
there's a bunch of different recipes.
My
Just
dad is a very
Google
sincere guy.
vegan recipe, maybe vegan recipe
cold
without. I've seen some corn.
We all need prayer.
Actually, I've seen
I
rice.
mean, he was damaged. He was damaged as a
You
child.
can do it for a lot. I like it personally because it's so easy, readily available, and it's free.
To the mom.
Unless it's boiled.
But yeah, so many different. No, I'm glad you are. Yes. Like a spout or I used to make a garbanzo waffle, so you can check that out.
I just
Okay. All right, so I do need a raise of hands on this one. I'm curious, out of the things we covered, salt, sugar, some different food things, did anybody find like 1 degree of something they may want to incorporate into their life? If you did, raise your hand. Okay, all right. I'm just curious, are there anybody that found 2 things they might use? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay, there and there. I'm curious. I'm going to ask you and then you, what 2 things? And then as they're talking, you can also think about what's 1 goal that you'd like to do yourself. But yeah, I'd love to hear. Let's see, maybe start with you. Date sugar.
The syrup puree, I loved it. And the whipped cream, like the fake whipped cream. Cashew. Yeah, I love it. That was my
Good. Okay. Same. Oh, good. They were a hit then. Awesome. Great. Those are things that I use regularly, and it doubles as I use it for like even a yogurt. If I don't have yogurt or something, I'll put that creamer. So great. Okay. Anybody else want to share one thing?
algae.
The algae. Yes, that's one thing when I learned I added. That's excellent. Good. Anybody else?
Less salt.
Less salt. Okay, so now this is the raise of hand. What do I have
Less
to give
sugar.
away? Yeah, less sugar and less salt. Okay, maybe I'll have 2. We'll do 2 gifts. How about this? This has to be a raise of hands, so we didn't need this. I'll have this one. Whoop. Okay, this one. I have 2 gifts to give away. So one is the chia seeds, and then one would be the dates that you can get from Costco. And then if you can just raise your hand if you think that you know how many teaspoons of sugar a woman should have, no more than. Can you raise your hand? Yes. 6. Which one do you want?
The dates.
The dates. Keep your sugar low. Good. Okay. How
How
many?
long this week?
Good job. How many milligrams? Well, we should be fair with the men too. We should be fair with the men. How many milligrams? Raise your hand if you know how much, not more than milligrams of sodium someone should have in a day. There you go. So read your labels. Good job. All right, so maybe we'll have one more giveaway. Let's see what we have to give away.
We have like a whole.
Is it empty?
Okay, how about how many? This is I may have said it just in passing. I hope I did. How many teaspoons of sugar should a man have no more than in a day? Raise your hand if you know. Wait, raise your hand if you know. 9. Okay. 9. 9, you got it? 9? You don't want to? You don't use it? Okay. 9. You said 9. Okay. Thank you so much for your attention. Just wish you good health. Good brains. Yeah. There, and help yourself if you want to take it. We have just help yourself to whatever is open. We would love to have you take it home. And if you wanted to try freezing some of the grapes, take some grapes home, freeze it. It's so good. So just help yourself. And thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Blanche, for having this come. Yeah. Yeah, to have the date face. We can serve you up.